Dr. Stone, Horizon Zero Dawn, and its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, both are this genre of post-apocalyptic hero's journey, like some sort of narrative that I find really appealing. There's a lot of other people that find it appealing because it's quite a common story, like genre. I believe that the same feeling comes from whenever I was a young kid. This is a very funny story. It comes from when I was a little kid and I had this, I would frequently imagine myself as second grader. I was, say, a fifth or sixth grader at the time, and then imagine myself as a second grader. I'd imagine myself like being smarter. I'd imagine myself being much more skilled, and it'd be like this version of a rebirth. Probably the most common example on the internet would probably be like those Roblox games. They have the rebirth. I'm pretty sure it's called a tycoon. Tycoon, you just play it, and then you rebirth after you make enough money, and then, or whatever resource. It's besides this point, but all you gotta know is it's some sort of rebirth. For the sake of this video, for the sake of smoothness, we're gonna call it a rebirth. That feeling, rebirth. Rebirth feeling. I believe that's what makes those games, that type of media, so appealing. So, Horizon Zero Dawn has this technology that the main character has. It's called a focus. It's called a focus. She has. All you gotta know is that the story not ended, but it takes place in the 3000s, and the world basically ended in the 2060s. In the 2060s, it was hyper advanced technology. There was technologies where you could have a brain interface, you could have holograms, and the main character could use that to have a leg up against her primitive competition. I guess it wouldn't be really competition, but it'd be like she was in a primitive world, and all the people around her did not have that focus. She just found it from ruins. So the same type of feeling, I get the same feeling whenever I would be a little kid, imagining being even younger kid, and being like, whoa, I have way bigger skills, and I do not believe this is a bad feeling. Imagine all of the old people, the wisest people in the world. Imagine skipping the most boring, the most, I wouldn't say hardest, but I would say the time where you make the most mistakes. Imagine skipping that, learning all that, and being young. That's also the same feeling. If anything, that'd be the exact definition of a rebirth. So you get this feeling of being just a higher skilled in this lower skilled era, and I believe that's what's so appealing about these games. To apply this to our own lives today, obviously you can't rebirth, obviously you can't skip, well, you can't skip, but obviously you can't go back in time to a second grader. You can take a lesson from this. It's so appealing to go back, not because you'd be taking your monetary possessions or material possessions, but because you'd have all the skill, like the non-material possessions that you had. Think that we're so used to being attached to these material possessions that we forget the most important ones are like our personal, like familial, like relationships, and then our own skills that we made along the way. That's about it for today. Ciao.